This is the hiring series, part 8, the live interview. You know, I wrote the book on hiring, so let's get into these details. So if they have made it to this point of the live interview, they've gone through a lot already. They have answered their phone or text when I first reach out. They have passed the telephone chat interview. They have passed the Skype interview, and now they are live. They're frequently live in front of a panel. I might have a panel of 3 to 5 managers from across the company when I'm hiring. I don't want to make the decision by myself. If there's a team involved, I always want to have the hiring managers for the location where the people will work, because I've made mistakes in the past where I thought it was an amazing candidate only to find out that, you know, they don't get along with the manager at that location at all. So don't make that mistake. Make sure you have your managers with you if these will be direct hires under them. Okay, so we've asked them a lot of questions already on the phone and on the Skype interview. We've asked them about themselves. What I want to know now, as they're in front of me, I want to know, tell me what you know about my company. You will be amazed that people don't have an answer to that. They have no idea. They're like, I don't know. They need to know. They need to know who it is they're applying to work for. They should know who the owners are, what the company does, where the locations are, what kind of products and services. Certainly they need to know what job they're applying for. Are they applying for sales or accounting, or what is it? So that, and then also why. Why do you want to work here? Why do you want to work for this company? People are not prepared. More people are being prepared for the, what do you know about my company? More people are being prepared for that than in the past. I haven't had anybody fail that in a long time. Why? Why do you want to work here? That's a hard one, because, you know, people do just send blanket resumes out. So I want to know, like, why? Why do you want to work here? And they'll be like, oh, because I love your products, because I'm a huge fan of the company, or whatever. I use your products. I have all your products. What is it? Why? What is it that draws you here? Don't just tell me it's because you need a job, because I want somebody that feels passionate about the company and is going to be a good fit with my team. When it comes to live interviews, when I'm doing this round, I could have as many as 20 in one day. If I started with 100 people, I could now be to 20. So I'll block them in 15-minute increments, just straight up 12:15, 12:30, and I'm going to give them 15 minutes live in front of the panel, and that's enough. And we're all making notes, and we all have specific questions. We know what's been asked in the past, so we're not like saying, tell me about yourself. We're being more specific on this interview. Do not let somebody in if they're late. Do not. I don't care if you're 1 minute late. I will not let you in. If it were me and I needed a job, I would have scoped it out. And my companies are all based in Los Angeles. And so that means, did you have to drive in on the 405 to the 5 to the 170? Like, how did you have to get here? If it takes an hour to get there, you should have given yourself 2 hours and then just got some Starbucks up the street. You should have known where the parking is. You should have given yourself time to walk in. It's a thing. I won't tolerate a traffic as an excuse. You know, we all live in Los Angeles. You know there's going to be traffic. So if their appointment is at 12 and they walk in at 12:01, the receptionist just tells them, I'm sorry, you're late. They're not going to see you. Period. And people will get mad. I have people like calling me and texting me saying, hey, I couldn't find parking. And I'm like, you know, how badly did you want this job? You know, this is North Hollywood and that there's not going to be any parking. So you were not prepared. You just have to be. We're in a very tight job market right now, and there's so many people applying for the job openings. I have to figure out who wants it, who wants it so badly that they'll be prepared in every possible way. If they're late to the interview, they're also going to be late to work. That's just how they roll, period. So from this point, depending on the size of your company and the position, this could either be the end, this could be the final interview. If I'm hiring like an accounting person, I don't know, something that's not a social position that doesn't have to interact, this might just be a wrap. Like we're all like, yeah, or maybe I would just do the interview by myself if it was an accountant, because I would be the senior accountant that they would be working under. So depending on the position and the size of the company, this could be the end of the line where you make the final decision of yes or no. Here's who is going to get the job. If it's a larger company, if you have multiple locations, if this is a sales or marketing or PR job where their job is to be very much with people and involved in people, then there's another step. It's going to be a social mixer. It'll either be a lunch, on campus, or it will be a cocktail mixer offsite. So this could be, if it's a large company, you have multiple locations, or if it's a position that requires them to really be a people person, I do take it one step farther. So at this point, I'll have 2 folders on my desk. One says no, and one says mixer. So the ones that pass this round, if this is a sales position, I'm going to invite them to a mixer, and I'm going to bring out the manager from each branch, and I'm going to bring like key salespeople from each branch, just so we can kind of all flow. At a social mixer, I want to see how people interact with other people. And it's tough. But this is the final step in a sales position, will be to go to the next level and be invited to the mixer. So we'll talk about that next. At this point, if the answer is no, we will send out an email within 24 hours. I will send it out that night or in the morning. Keep in mind that these are real life humans and they really need the job and their whole life depends on it. So give them the respect that they deserve, and let them know, I'm sorry, but you didn't make it to the next round. We'll keep your resume on file. Be respectful of people's time and position in life always.